Hey guys, welcome back to the YouTube channel Programming Knowledge. In today's Microsoft Excel tutorials video, we are going to see and take a look at some of the count functions in Microsoft Excel. Now, count is a very important function, and a basic usage of a count function, as the name suggests, is that it helps us to count how many records are present in a table or any range of data that is given. So it is used to count the number of records. But a general approach or a general usage of the count function is a simple count. So what is its limitation? The limitation of the count function is it is only used to count the numerical data. That is, if the data is present in the format of the decimals or in the numbers like integers or in a date format, then only it counts them. So here for the count function, the date is also considered as an integer. So for understanding its usage, very simply, we can just see this whole data that has been given to us. That is a column with the heading as data, and we have different types of data in it. Now the first row is a date, which is today's date. Then the second row is a simple integer, that is 300. The next is a simple decimal value, which is 30.12. Next we have some text, which is a string value. Then we have a boolean value true, and on the last record there is an error. We just put a formula, that is 3 divided by 0, which results in an error, that is divide by 0 error. So this is a kind of an error. Now out of all these 6 records, if we just try to apply a count function to them, then let's see what happens. So here I just simply write equals count, open the parenthesis, provide the range of the data, and close the parenthesis. And as soon as I press enter, then you can see that we have got the answer as 3, while the range we provided was from G5 till G10. Now in G5 till G10 we have 6 records, but the answer that we got was 3. It is because only 3 of them are present in the numerical format, that is either the date, the integers, or the decimals. So that's how we can use the count function. But what if we want to count that how many textual data are present in the records or in the range? Then how can we do that? So a simple alternative for this is a count a function. Now this count a function, what does it does? It just counts the total records and gives us the result that how many records are non-empty. So if you want to count the number of the non-empty cells, then this count a function can be used, and generally it is used as an alternative of counting the number of the textual data or the textual records that are present in the table. So if we just try to apply it on the same range of data, then all you got to do is type count a, put an opening parenthesis, provide it with the range of the data, and close the parenthesis. And as soon as you press enter, then you can see that the data that you have got is 6. Now the reason we have got this data as 6 is because it has counted all the cells which consist of some data, and none of the cells are blank. So that is why it has returned the data as 6, means that all these 6 cells have some kind of data in them. Now what if we just delete some kind of text from here? So if we just delete it and press enter, then you can see that the count a function now returns 5, which means that in the range G5 to G10 only 5 cells are non-empty, while 1 cell is empty. So that is why it has not been counted by count a function. Now if I just press Ctrl Z and apply count a function again, by opening the parenthesis, and then I'm going to select 2 more cells which are empty cells and then close the parenthesis. Then also you can see the answer is 6, and the explanation is same, that it is used to count the number of the cells which actually have data or non-empty cells. That is why the answer is 6. Now there is another function of count that is known as COUNTBLANK, and as the name suggests, it is used to count the blank cells or the empty cells that are present in the data. To understand its usage, what can we do is just clear up some of the text over here like this and this. Okay, so now in this total range of data, we have 3 blank cells and 3 non-empty cells. That is, the 3 cells have data in them while 3 cells are empty. So while using the COUNTA function, now you can see the answer has been changed to 3. Now in this particular cell, I'm just going to type in count blank. So this is count blank function, and it also accepts only one argument, that is the range of the data. So just provide it with the range, close the parenthesis and press enter. Then 3 is what it returns. That is because only 3 cells are empty. So it counts the number of the empty cells. Now what if we provide some data to this cell, like say 400. So in that case, this is actually a date counterpart of 400 because its data type has been changed to date. If you want, you can just change it to general and it will again change itself to 400. Now as soon as I did that, you must have noticed that for the count blank function, the answer has been changed to 2, which means there are now 2 blank cells available in the data. While as the count a function is considered, the argument or the result of this COUNTA function has been changed to 4, which means that now 4 cells are containing some kind of a data, or they are non-empty cells. Alright, now these are the count functions, and apart from these count functions, there are 2 important functions that you must notice. These functions are PERMUT and COMBIN. Now first of all, let us understand that what is PERMUT and COMBIN. So in mathematics, there is a concept of permutations and combinations that helps us to identify the various combinations of a given set of data. So a general formula of permutation is P equals to n factorial divided by n minus r factorial. Now using this particular formula, we can find out the permutations of a given set of data. This is used widely in the series calculations or in the probability calculations as well. So that is why the permutations and the combinations hold utmost importance in the calculations. So that is why I'm covering this PERMUT and COMBIN as well in this topic or in this video. Now if we just try to find out that what is a factorial. So factorial of a number is a very simple thing. Here we have the factorial of 4 as 24. And factorial of 2 is taken as 2, but how do we get it? So if we just want to find out the factorial of 4, what we can do is just multiply 4 into 3 into 2 into 1. So that is how we can find the factorial of a particular number. That is, we got to multiply that particular number with the number just below it up till it reaches 1. So if we just evaluate 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, then we get the answer as 24. Similarly for 2, what would be its factorial? That would be 2 multiplied by 1. That is 2 into 1, which gives the answer as 2. So that is how we can find the factorial of a given number. Now if you want to find the permutation, then whole of this formula needs to be applied. But luckily with the help of the Excel, we do not need to do such things. What we're going to do is simply use a function known as PERMUT. Now if we just apply this PERMUT, so put an equal sign and write PERMUT, then put a tab. Now it accepts 2 arguments, the number and the number chosen. Now the number that I'm going to provide it is 4. So you can just take it from any other cell, or what you can do is simply type the number. So here I'm just going to type a 2, close the parenthesis and press enter. So the answer is 12. Now if we just put this whole equation in this formula, then what do we get is 4 is the number which is the value of n, and 2 is the number chosen, which is the value of r. So if we just try to solve this formula, then it is simply 4 factorial divided by 2 factorial, which is 24 divided by 2, and the answer we get is 12. Similarly, there is another important concept, that is of a combination. Now using the formula of combination, we can find out that out of a given set of data, how many combinations can be found. Its formula is simple and similar to that of the permutation formula. Only the denominator is multiplied by the factorial of r. So if we just try to look at its example, then put an equals, write combin, open the parenthesis, the number is 4 again and the number chosen is 2 again, and then close the parenthesis, press enter, then the answer we get is 6. Because if we look at the combination formula, then we get as 24 divided by 4 minus 2 factorial, which gives 2 into 2, means 24 divided by 4 is what we get when we solve this formula of combination with the given digits. This will give us the answer as 6. So that's what we have got. Now apart from this, there are two other functions of count. These are COUNTIF and COUNTIFs. Now these are the statistical functions which we will learn about in the next video. That's all for today's video. Thanks for watching.